Well, good day, good people. This is Phil, and in this tutorial about object-oriented programming in PHP 7, we are going to talk about class inheritance. In the last video, we created some classes and we already did some stuff with them, and here we are going to talk about the topic inheritance and what it means. First of all, what is inheritance? Well, imagine you have a class. You can extend a class and inherit all properties and methods that are not marked private. So inheritance is basically what you would expect it to be. You have one class on the left side, which also has methods and properties marked below. And with the keyword extends, which is marked by an arrow here, you create a second class which has the exact same methods and properties. Okay? So things to keep in mind when you extend a class and inherit all things in it. You can override methods with the same name. You can inherit from only one class, so you cannot extend two classes with this and merge them into one class. That's not possible. The parent method will not be called when overriding a method. So when you have a method and give it a new name in your extended class, you will not be calling the parent method. Both will exist separately. All right? You will see that in practice in a minute. You cannot have lower visibility, so you cannot mark classes private when they were public before. Methods, I'm sorry. And with the final keyword, you can make some classes final, so that they cannot be extended. Let's see in practice what all this means. First of all, I created a class car for you. We have a public property named speed. And then we have two simple functions. The first function is a construct function. That's a magic method. That just means that it gets called immediately when you instantiate this class. It takes a parameter, kmh, which is miles per hour in Europe, so kilometers per hour. And this construct function just takes a parameter and stores it in the variable speed. Then the second function shows the speed and it just returns it. That's basically all it does. So when we create something, for example, a Dodge, which is a new car, then immediately we have to put something in here. Let's say 200, and this will be the speed. So now when I call this, echo Dodge and the pointer to show speed, here we go, and refresh, we get 200, okay? So when you instantiate it, immediately you get the speed. So now, when we extend a class, let's do that down here, and we call it class electric car, and this extends the car class. This is how you would do it. Okay? Use the keyword extends in the middle and you're fine. Now, what did this do? Even though it is empty here, it inherited, so it took over all the methods and the properties that are up here. So when I go ahead and create an electric car, like Prius is a new electric car, and I put 1, 2, 3. This will be the kilometer. I refresh, nothing happens, and now let's echo that out. So we echo out the Prius, Prius, and this points to show speed. Just one S, show speed, here we go. And when I refresh now, I get 1, 2, 3. Even though this class is all empty, but it inherited all the methods and properties from the above class, from its parent class. And this is why this works. This is why I can call all these functions. Okay, that's the first thing. This is how you extend a class and inherit properties and methods from it. Now you can override those methods, obviously. So you can go ahead, and in this class, you make a new public function show speed. Only this function, it does something else than the one in the parent class, because this one does nothing but echo out I am new. And if I refresh here, I get I am new. Okay. This one, the instantiation, so the construct method, we kept this, okay? We inherited it from the class car and we didn't change it. But let me, like that, so you can see it all the time. Hope it's not too small now. So the other method was inherited, we didn't change that, but the show speed method was overridden and we gave it something new. But here it's still the same. So if I call show speed from some object that got instantiated from the parent class, those are still separate methods, okay? I want you to keep that in mind. Next thing is, you cannot have lower visibility on classes, on methods that you instantiate, that you extend, okay? So you can't go ahead and make a new new function, so show speed, and mark this one private. This wouldn't work. You cannot have a method of the same name and mark it private. You see, you get a fatal error. Access level to electric car show speed must be public, as in the class car. That's just the way it is. You can make it more free, but you cannot make it more restrictive. And the last thing is the final keyword. So if you want a class not to be extended at any time, you can do this with the final keywords. There might be some reasons to do that. And that's basically just one word, and you put it up here in front of class. So you call it final class car, and now when you refresh, you see that the class electric car may not inherit from final class car, and that's basically all it does. Okay, so with final, you can show people that this class should not be extended. Why would you do that? Well, there are many reasons, because in object-oriented programming, people might tend to extend classes up to infinity, and with final you can restrict that. Okay, people, I hope this was helpful. Rather short video, but I hope I could help you with class inheritance, and I see you in the next tutorial.